Okay, yeah, 60 years. Wow, that's a long time. That's a long way to come, you know. Uh, and well, I'm 62 or 63. So, so I'm just a few years older than the Department of Theatre Arts, my department, and it's being 60 is wonderful, you know. Um, we are all proud to be 60, first in Africa, and still first and best. And that's it. So we are first and best. And it's my experience just feels like yesterday. But I think I came into the department in 1981. My matric number, even if I don't get the dates, we can use my matric number to 29481. I don't know what yours is, but okay. So I've been around for quite some time. That's all I want to say. And I can remember when the department was, I think very beautiful in the sense that we had all kinds of colors. We had a lot of lecturers from, I'll say, all over the world, all kinds. At that time, the department and what when I think back, I get the impression that the department was more populous in the past, but that's not true. Yeah, now I'm talking about like number of students, etc. Now we have more students, but it doesn't feel like as full as it felt in the past. And I think the reason is that we had more lecturers, and therefore there were always things happening. Lecturers from, let me just say, all over the world, with a few exceptions. So it's like it's a long way. I think it's a very long way. And personally, I was somehow, for somebody who didn't come to UI because he wanted to come to UI, I was reasonably suicidal. Yeah, and many of the lecturers can remember that. Of course, if you encounter me, you encounter somebody who is listless. I didn't care about anything. If I liked, I'll go to lecture. If I don't like, I don't go. And several of the lecturers were always sending me out of the class. Ekwazi sent me out of his class once, and then I decided, well, that's good, so I won't go again. So I didn't attend until the exams. I took the exam, I passed. He was surprised, and he had to ask my roommate, who was also my classmate, Ben Ejiofor, in Port Harcourt now. Is it possible that this little guy can not decide not to come to class and then still pass, score up to 70, etc.? And the guy said, that guy reads, only that he reads when people are not reading. Because what I do is I put my notes as I attend. I make my notes just as prompts, not full notes. So when it is time for exam, I can read the entire lecture in one night. I start reading in the night, and from there I go for the exam. From the common room, from there I go for the exam. And so things were easy. You can you can decide not to go to class if you want, you know. And I think the point then was that the world was easier. At least Nigeria was easier to live in. You know, not now that we are scared of everything. Everything is, we worry about everything. You worry about light, you worry about food, you worry about too many things, you know. At that time, even meal ticket, you don't worry about meal ticket. You just go and queue. If you don't get from the person in front of you, you will get from the person behind you. And you know, you get your food and you eat. So it was really nice. So I can tell, not too long, not too far back for some people, but for me, that's far back enough. There are others who, like Professor Bamidele, who can talk about further back. But for me, the change between that time and this time is far enough, it's big enough, it's unique enough. So that's it. All I want to say is that at that time, life was easier. There were no anxieties, and people didn't have, at least for me, intense focus. You know, I must read very well, I must pass very well because I want to be this. I was just going through the thing, just finish university and go and take a job in Jos that was waiting for me. But my father had other plans. You finish and you go home and he tells you, what, didn't you qualify to read master? I said, I did now. Then go ahead and go back and do it. I finished masters, packed my every property home. Then he said, why, what, PhD? You are not doing PhD, you didn't qualify. I said, I qualified. He said, oh yeah, go again. So that's how I came, I did my doctorate. And then my friends will always remember that I was selfless, I was careless. I wasn't interested in academics. It's just that somehow I kept being good at it, you know, in terms of performance. But, you know, I could decide not to go to any lecture. But like I told somebody, that the point is for me to pass it. That's all. All I do is whatever course I take, I have to pass it. Like one of my lecturers, I won't mention him now. He said, "Oh, if that," I told the man that I don't need any advice from anybody. All the advice that I need is if I take a course, I should pass it. And then he said, "Oh, that's good. You are that smart. So how come it didn't occur to you that you could take the course and pass it, and the lecturer might not submit your score," which was what happened. And then I just looked at him. Just talk whatever you want to talk to me. Let me be going. You know. So the point is that I came in. I simply wanted to just come in and go. Okay. But here I am after donkey years.